Yeah. Yeah, sure.
ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम् वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुं श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजाता सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादा सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्ता नमोऽस्तुते तप्त काञ्चना गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वंशकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्ता स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्येश्वरम् ॐ नमो भगवते ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। We're reading from Shrimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 8, verse number 7, 487. Priyavrato, Priyavratota, Priyavratota, Napadau, Priyavratota, Napadau, Satarupa Pateshuto, Vasudevasya Kalaya, Rakshayam Jagatastuto, Priyavratottanupado, Satarupapate Suto, Vasudevasya Kalaya, Rakshayam Jagatastuto, Priyavratottanupado, Satarupapate Suto, Vasudevasya Kalaya, Rakshayam Jagatastuto. 487. Priyavratottanupado, Satarupapate Suto, Vasudevasya Kalaya, Rakshayam Jagatastuto. Priyavratottanupado,
सप्तरूपपते सुतौ
सतरूपापते सुतौ
वासुदेवस्य कलया
वासुदेवस्य कलया
रक्षायां जगतः स्थितौ
रक्षायां जगतः स्थितौ प्रियव्रता
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 उतानपादो
तानपाद
उतानपाद
तानपाद
Satarupa
सप्तरूपपते
of Queen Satarupa and her husband Manu, Sutau,
सुतौ
the two sons, Vasudevasya,
वासुदेवस्य
of the Supreme Personality of Godhead,
अवसुधीर्पदार्थपाद
Kalaya,
कलया
by plenary expansion, Rakshayam,
रक्षायां
for the protection, Jagata,
जगता
of the world, Sthitau, for the maintenance. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Swayambhuva Manu had two sons by his wife Satarupa, and the names of the sons were Utanapad and Priyavrata, because both of them were descendants of a plenary expansion of Vasudeva, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. They were very competent to rule the universe, to maintain and protect the citizens. Purport. It is said that these two kings, Utanapad and Priyavrata, were specifically empowered by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Unlike the great King Rishabh, who was the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself. Unlike the great King Rishabh, who was the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself. So it is so nice. It says, Sutta Rupa Pate Sutta. So when children come, it's like, mother name is mentioned. It is in Manu Sutta also. Sutta Rupa Pate Sutta. So the sons of Satarupa. From Satarupa and her Pati. Pate refers to Pati, which is Manu, Swayambhuva Manu. So this um, is it still continuing the interaction of Vidura and Maitreya? That is still continuing? Still continuing, okay. So there, Sati pastime just finished. Sati pastime. And then the inquiry by Vidura is made about the lineage of Swayambhuva. He was very interested because, so Swayambhuva has a great lineage. So this is the beginning of Swayambhuva lineage. And this lineage of Swayambhuva will continue for some good amount of time. Dhruva will come, Devahuti will come, Priyavrata will come. I think next two cantos lineage of Swayambhuva like long, and this is the beginning of this new chapter or new topic basically. So it is said that Swayambhuva Manu had two sons and three daughters, and one of the son is Uttanapad, one of the son is Priyavrata, one of the daughter is Devahuti. Then who are the other two daughters? Aputi, Prasuti, Aputi, and Devahuti. And I think from Devahuti came Lord Kapila. And then Devahuti daughters. From there came Dattatreya, Anusuya. There are many great personalities who come in this lineage. And I think Akuti gave birth to Yagya, who is also the incarnate Supreme Personality of Godhead. So in the same lineage, I was saying there is Dattatreya, there is Kapila, there is Yagya. Three incarnations actually coming from the same Swayambhuva Manu. The Swayambhuva Manu is great soul, so all the lineage, great. And here it is said, because both of them were descendants, about Uttanapad and Priyavrata, both of them were descendants of the plenary expansion of Vasudeva. Um, the word used is Kalaya. Kala means plenary. It comes in Brahma Samhita. Vishnu Mahasayvayasya Kala Vishesh. And it comes in Bhagavatam also, the word Kala comes. That they are all Kala, but Ete Chamsa Kala Pumsna. Krishna's to Bhagavan Sangam. So Kala comes there, Kala comes from Samhita, and here you saw the word Kala means plenary portion. And then Srila Prabhupada describes the difference between this plenary portion and the plenary portion of Rishabdev. And this plenary portion, um, they were very competent to rule the universe, to maintain and protect the citizens. It reminds me of the conversation between Kardama Muni and Manu. Manu went with his daughter Devahuti, um, and Kardama Muni says, because of you, the universe is running. You maintain the whole universe. You protect the whole, the whole, your kingdom, basically, the whole kingdom. So these are actually the role of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Who is a maintainer? Krishna is a maintainer. Who is a protector? Krishna is a protector. But then king is the representative of the Supreme Lord. So Supreme Lord empowers the king to maintain and protect. And we also see Bhaktivinoda Thakur mentioning these two things as the six limbs of surrender. One is um, um, Anukulena Sankalpa Pratikulisa Varjana. One is whatever is favorable. Sankalpa means I must do this. Anukula Sankalpa. Pratikula Varjana. Anything not, I reject it. Varjana. These are the two limbs of surrender. Then one of the limbs of surrender is Go Tritve, which is maintainer or protector? Maintainer. Like Krishna is my maintainer. Krishna is actually all about maintainer. Krishna maintains. So he always says this example. I have heard so many times that it is registered in my mind. And Prabhupada would say, how much elephant eats? 50 pound you say, but who is providing? And one time, reporter also asked Prabhupada, how many full-time devotees? Prabhupada said around 10,000. So they said, how are you maintaining? Prabhupada Krishna is providing. This is no sorry. How are you maintaining 10,000 people? How hard it is to maintain a family of four actually. It's actually one person working is insufficient in America to maintain a family of four. Two have to work, otherwise it's scarcity. So how much it is required to maintain thousands of people? The Krishna provides. Rewarder cannot understand. So Krishna provides. Krishna is the maintainer. Krishna maintains. I have not heard any brahmachari dying out of hunger. Actually, Krishna provides so much that no scarcity. Prabhuji always says the only thing Krishna has given us everything full. Only thing that is lacking is bhakti is lacking. If that is like not sufficient, which is naturally for a devotee practicing. For a devotee, the more they advance, the more they feel it is lacking. The more they become full, the more they feel it is lacking. But Krishna takes care, Krishna provides everything actually. Nothing is, not, there is no desire which is not like unholy desire. Krishna will just, so Krishna is a maintainer. Um, but that quality of Krishna, Krishna empowers the king and the king maintains actually. How king maintains? Krishna, the king makes sure everybody is maintained. Now it's different. Now the king don't care actually. The president leaders, but previously the king would maintain everybody and the king would protect. Uh, so those qualities are coming. And I think two more limbs of surrender. One limbs of surrender is humility. And the sixth limb of surrender is, what is sixth limb? One is protection, maintainer. Then unfavorable. Atma Nikshepa. Um, Working with body, mind, and soul for the service of Krishna. Like complete self, everything, using it for the service of Krishna. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur says these are the six symptoms of surrender. And then what is interesting, so they are empowered. Then Srila Prabhupada says, unlike the great king Rishabh, who was the supreme personality of Godhead himself. So was Rishabh Dev a Vishnu Tattva? Was he? Because somehow I'm thinking Rishabh is mentioned in Chaitanya Charitamrita as Saktyavej. Um, um, no, bro, he's like Vishnu Tattva. Uh, so that's why Prabhupada says, unlike the great king and Rishabh, who was the supreme personality of Godhead himself. So Rishabh was supreme personality of Godhead. Um, and Rishabh Dev life is very interesting at how he was a great king. It is said he was a great king, and he had 100 sons, and his 100 sons were great. 9 of them were Navyogendras. One is Bharat Maharaj, and remaining I think are like in Grahasthashram. Remaining 90.
81 are sages.
Or 81 are sages. And
Plus, with Navayamendra is a great.
Navyogendras, King Bharat, 81 sages, and some 9 more, some maybe king or don't remember.
I don't know that. They are all very accomplished here.
All very accomplished.
But Navayamendra is a great.
Huh.
They are also.
And the father left such a wonderful example for children.
No, father is
Um, and it is mentioned I was reading, and today morning I was reading just before Mangalarati. Um, Rishabh Dev, he went after giving instruction, while he was staying in his kingdom, he started um, staying in the kingdom naked like a madman for some time. And I was thinking, everyone is their kingdom and he's the king. And being the king, while still staying in his kingdom, he he started like manifesting his avaduta, like completely absorbed in the Lord and not caring about oneself. And then after that, then after some time, then he left his kingdom, and then he traveled to various places. Um, and people mistreated him, but he didn't care about. Some some spat on him, some urinated upon him, like they were doing various things, and Lord Rishabh Dev showed by his example. It is mentioned Bhagavatam, although he is Supreme Lord himself, but he came to show the life of a, like how an ordinary living entity must live, and at the end how we should become completely absorbed in the Supreme Lord. And it is said that in the end he filled his mouth with the stones, and he would walk with filling his mouth with the stones. And while he was passing by the forest and through the forest fire, of course, this is Supreme Lord. It is said by Yogamaya potency, Lord Rishabdev showed as if his body is material, but he wanted to show how a living entity should end his life. So to show through his Yogamaya potency, he acted in that way, mouth filled with stones, and he was walking uh, in the forest and caught fire. And that's how Lord Rishabdev ended his earthly fasting and went back to his abode. Today is also Makar Sankranti. Makar Sankranti is the start of the day of demigod. The new day begins. That's what they say. But how can Makar Sankranti be the start of day, Prabhuji? Can it be? Is it the start of demigod's day? Makar Sankranti. Maybe not every Makar Sankranti, but maybe uh, something I recall. It's called back. So, okay. And our is called somewhere like. Then Makar Sankranti is the time when there is Dakshina to Uttarayana. Today onwards, sun starts towards the north. And Lord Krishna mentioned this in Bhagavad Gita that after today onwards, any yogi who leaves the body, he goes to uh, sun planet. Sun takes care of him and takes him to Brahman. Any yogi who is not accomplished.
Spiritual.
Spiritual yogi. Okay. Um, And those who pass the body in Dakshina before today for 6 months, they go up to moon planet, which is heavenly planet, and then they come back.
Yeah, they will not go to spiritual.
They go to heaven and then they come back. Moon planet and they come back. Only for yogis, yes, for yogis, for devotees. Um, so don't worry, just check Hare Krishna. And today is also the day when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took sannyas. Today. Um, this very beautifully described in Chaitanya Bhagavat, Mahaprabhu taking sannyas. Um, in how it is mentioned is Lord Chaitanya was living in Navadvip area, and he was naturally he was manifesting his like after accepting initiation from Ishwar Puri, he was um, he became a devotee. Lord Chaitanya started some kirtan, whole night kirtan in the house of Shivash Thakur. Um, and Mahaprabhu came to deliver all living entities. But some of the living entities, they were becoming critical or finding fault in Lord Chaitanya because they could not understand the inner reasoning behind the activities of Lord Chaitanya. This was the external reason. Naturally, it is mentioned that this particular is not incarnation. He is Krishna himself. That this particular, um, like Lord Krishna himself, when he comes in this mood, he will accept sannyas. So it is already um, this thing. So there is naturally external and internal reason. Internal reason were two. I mean, one reason is anybody after Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu takes sannyas, anybody who bows down to Lord Chaitanya, they will be delivered, even if they just bow down to Lord Chaitanya. Another reason is Lord Chaitanya wanted to personally um, experience the love that Srimati Radharani has for Krishna. Radha Bhava Jyoti Suvardhan Nava Krishna Swarupa. He wanted to experience that. So Mahaprabhu took the renounced order. Externally, what happened? I think Lord Chaitanya, um, um, somebody, one of the boy, he chanted that he was saying Krishna. He was chant the name of Krishna, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was like, don't take the name of Krishna. And then Mahaprabhu started saying, and Mahaprabhu took something, a stick or something, and he started running behind that boy. Like, don't chant the name of Krishna because Mahaprabhu was in the mood of um, gopis of Vrindavan and how and Mahaprabhu was unhappy that how could Krishna leave them in that internal mood Mahaprabhu was. But then the common people could not understand and they thought Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, what is happening to him? And they started becoming critical. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu felt that I have come here to deliver and to give all, to take all of them back to Godhead. And because they cannot understand me, they are uh, becoming critical of me. And if they become critical of me, it is very unhealthy for their spiritual growth. So when Mahaprabhu was contemplating in this way, that Mahaprabhu decided I must take sannyas. Because if I take sannyas, the naturally in India everybody respects sannyasis. So if I take sannyas and they respect me, then I will give them the work. Another thing that also I heard from my spiritual master is what is the purpose of sannyas or what is the purpose of renounced order? If somebody want to accept renounced order, the purpose is to Lord Chaitanya accepted renounced order just in order to preach. Actually, for going back to Godhead, um, it's ashram is one is not dependent on ashram. I think some of us are fully convinced. There are so many disciples of our spiritual masters and Srila Prabhupada disciples. And so many are grahasthas and they are so advanced, super advanced spiritual masters. And so many are brahmacharis or sannyasis and they are also super advanced. So all that matters is our sincerity in Krishna consciousness. But then the only purpose one should accept a renounced order is generally like there is more time that one can invest. Also, um, especially in India, if in America people don't care. People are scared actually of wearing saffron. One person was telling when they come to the temple and they see me, they said when they come first, like some few Western people, they said when they come for the first time and they saw me, they became intimidated. So this is how they feel. But in India, anybody wearing saffron, naturally they are willing to give an ear. So the only purpose to wear saffron is so people can lend their ears to us, and then Hari Katha can be spoken. That is the only reason, mainly for preaching. One should accept this announced order. That's what Mahaprabhu did. So Mahaprabhu developed this desire that I want to accept this renounce, I want to take sannyas. And then Mahaprabhu told Nityananda Prabhu, like Nitai, and they were like very close associates all the time together. So Mahaprabhu went to Nitai and conversation told him with Nitai, I have decided to take sannyas. And then Nityananda Prabhu was like, the first thing that he thought was, what will happen to Mother Sachi? Because first, son took sannyas. Husband uh, went back to spiritual world, Jagannath Mishra. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu just recently got married to Vishnu Priya this time, second marriage to Vishnu Priya. And Nityananda Prabhu was thinking, what will happen? What will happen to all the Gaur Bhakta Vrinda, all the Gaur Bhakta, all the devotees of Lord Chaitanya? What will happen? What will happen? Everything will like if Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is like the star of Navadvip. Everything is happening because Mahaprabhu is there. All the kirtan, everything is happening because of Mahaprabhu. And if Mahaprabhu leaves it, it's like done. Like what is the life without Mahaprabhu? That was the situation. So Nitai, although he didn't say anything, he just said, But it is said that from that day onwards, when Mahaprabhu told Nityananda Prabhu, Nitai became like he started withdrawing himself. In the Kirtan, he would chant and dance for the sake, and it feels like there is a storm going on in his mind of Nitai. Just the thought that Mahaprabhu takes a and slowly, slowly, when Shivas Thakur came to know, Mahaprabhu went to few houses of few of his associates, and Mahaprabhu told them that I have decided to take sannyas. And things became very, very tense. And then Sachimata also came to know. And everybody one by one they came to know that Mahaprabhu had decided to take sannyas. So that pastor is very like heartbreaking on this particular pastor. Then Mahaprabhu told, I think, four confidential servants because when somebody takes sannyas, I think three witnesses are required, three or four witnesses are required. So Mahaprabhu took Nityananda Prabhu, Mahaprabhu took his, I think, Jagannath Mishra's or who was that? Chandrasekhar Acharya. Chandrasekhar Acharya. Then Mahaprabhu took two more. Mukunda. Three were there, one more. Oh, for Yagya. Uh, one. Mukunda is the same who would associate with Mayavadis here and there. And then Mahaprabhu, and they're the eternal associate of the Lord, but Mahaprabhu taught through his own devotees. The Barbar was uh, Barbar is from Katwa only. So then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told these confidential servants that we all join me. Mahaprabhu actually left alone, but he told them that we will meet there. Mahaprabhu already spoken to Keshav Bharati beforehand that will you give me sannyas? Keshav Bharati said, yes, you come in the morning on this day of Makar Sankranti. Come. So Mahaprabhu early in the morning, it is said Mahaprabhu swam. it's long actually. Mahaprabhu just when he was leaving the home early morning, Mahaprabhu got um, um, Vishnu Priya was taking rest. Sachi Mata was at the door. And Sachi Mata was sitting like a stone. It is said emotionless because it's like when it's like unbelievable event. It was like a shock in a way. That grief that she could not even, like the grief was so intense that she could not even express. So Mahaprabhu got up in the morning, Sachimata saw. Sachimata knew where is Mahaprabhu going. And Sachimata knew that maybe I will never see him again. Then Mahaprabhu circumambulated Mother Sachi and Mahaprabhu left. And Mahaprabhu never came to that home again. That was that is the last day that Mahaprabhu was there in the house that Mahaprabhu left. Then Mahaprabhu swam in Ganges, through Ganges. It takes actually an hour to go to Katwa. Right, Rohit? Almost 45 minutes to an hour by car. He swam across Ganga and then ran to Katwa. Uh, and then he went in the morning where Keshav Bharati Maharaj was there. Then there was a barber. I forgot his name of that barber. Uh, Then he was there, and it is said that all the residents of Katwa were there. And there is also a mention now at that time. I don't remember Prabhuji's name. Srinivasacharya's father. His father wanted to see Lord Chaitanya. So he was living near Katwa. So he was waiting, and it became like intolerable. And just left and was going to Navadvip to meet Lord Chaitanya. And when he was going through Katwa, then he saw itna bheed, so many people. Then they said, Nimai Pandit is taking sannyas. Nimai Pandit is taking sannyas. So Mahaprabhu's name was Nimai Pandit only after initiation. That was after sannyas.
Huh?
After
After initiation, right, yes.
same name. So they heard that Nimai Pandit is taking sannyas. All that. Then he could, and then he witnessed Lord Chaitanya taking sannyas. It is said from there onwards, when he went back to his home, he would only chant the name of Chaitanya, Chaitanya, Chaitanya. He witnessed the sannyas ceremony. So the villagers, they started calling him Chaitanya Das. Because he was always under the name of Chaitanya. And then later on, he and his wife, they went to Puri to meet the Lord. They didn't meet the Lord that time because there were thousands of people. And then Mahaprabhu actually gave them audience. Mahaprabhu told Govinda, take them to Jagannath Mandir. Then to Jagannath, and Mahaprabhu told them, whatever desire you have, you pray to Jagannath. So they prayed to Jagannath, bless us with a son. And Mahaprabhu told Govinda, tell them, a son will soon take birth, uh, and ask them to name him Srinivas. So that's how Srinivas Acharya. So, and there were like so many members. Nityananda Prabhu, Chandrasekhar Acharya is ready with the just 5 young guys ready. And the barber, this pastor is also, it is said very, it is said that when Advaita Acharya later on saw Chaitanya Mahaprabhu without hairs, his heart broke. Advaita Acharya saw Lord Chaitanya like that. So the barber was there, and um, um, the hairs of Lord Chaitanya are like they're transcendental, so they're very attractive, sweet and flowing and curly and long. So barber was like hesitant to cut, and the residents they are like बाल काटा था. They were like full on ki don't touch the hair of Lord. And then barber also himself doesn't want to cut the hair, and everywhere there is uproar, shouting. उस वक्त कोई कीर्तन नहीं चल रहा था. There was no kirtan at that time. There was uproar, shouting. Then Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I think, told Mukunda, what he said for singing that start kirtan. So Mukunda started singing. So एकदम हाहाकार हो रहा था वहां पे. So Mukunda started singing, then everybody became ecstatic. It is said Keshav Bharati started dancing. He became mad in ecstatic love. That's when he got prema actually. So Keshav Bharati started dancing, and it is said he started dancing to an extent that his clothes became so here and there that he was actually naked. Keshav Bharati Maharaj. And he didn't care how he was looking. He's like whirling and he's like in ecstasy, he was just like dancing. And all the devotees were when there was like very deep uproar of holy name going, and all that. So I think they're also like holy name is going on. Everyone is deep ecstasy. Then Maru told the Babu, continue. Now, right away. Then immediately took and he shaved Lord Chaitanya. Then after touching the hair of Lord Chaitanya, the barber said, I will never touch anybody's hairs now. I'll give up my profession from now. So barber stayed there and did sadhana in remembrance of Lord Chaitanya. And barber samadhi is there. Kesh samadhi is there. Keshav Bharati decided, although I'm a sannyasi, I'll stay here only and do sadhana. So Keshav Bharati Mara samadhi is there. There- and then there are so many santo ki samadhi there. Those who come there and do sadhana in Katwa. So that is very powerful location. When I went there, I felt so much positive because Mahaprabhu transcendent here is there. You know, there has such divinity. There is a temple there also. So this wonderful pastime. They have Kesh Samadhi is there. Keshav Bharati Maharaj, Barber, and also many sons. So many, the whole Samadhi area actually there. And they just stay there, do Samadhi, absorb in Lord Chaitanya and stay there. Right? Wonderful place, Katwa. So that pastime happened today. कुछ तो भी ऐड करना चाहे तो anybody would like to add anything? Acharya ji. Thank you, Granth Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava ki jai. If I spoke any information which is not appropriate, please forgive me. Dhanvat Pranam, Hare Krishna. We are reading on Zoom. Dhanvat Pranam, Hare Krishna.